Hey, everybody, and welcome to Respectfully with Miss Pretty Young Thing. I'm your girl, PYT, and let's get into it. You already know what time it is. It is time for us to talk about Power, Book 3, Raising Kanan, okay? Raising Kanan is out. It's time for us to discuss. It's time for us to get in our bag. And it's time for us to give our prediction, our season predictions. Okay. We are off to a new season. Okay. It's going to be premiering March 7th, according to Stars, as well as 50 Cent, as well as the Power franchise. Okay. And it's time for us to watch the super trailer real quick, give what we think is going to happen, and kind of sort of give our opinion as far as the direction that we feel like the series is going, who we think is going to survive. Let's do our own kind of sort of hit list to figure out who we feel like is going to end up, where, how we feel like this is going to, what direction we feel like this is going to go. I think this is going to be the final season of Raising Kanan, if I'm not mistaken. So will Ghost and Tommy come on the map? Like, what's going on with it? We gonna sit here and figure it out. So if you haven't already done so, please do me a favor. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications on, and don't forget to tell a friend that PYT is in the building. Coco, I see you, baby. All right, y'all. So I put the link in the comments. I'm gonna repost it again for those that want to call in to give y'all personal opinions on which I feel like is going to go down when it comes to the series as a whole. And yeah, y'all can come to your friends to get with my friends. Maybe we could be friends. If you have something to say, feel free to go on in so that we can kind of sort of try to figure this out together. I don't know what's going to happen just as much as y'all don't know what's going to happen. So I feel like it's best for us to put our minds together and kind of sort of let's just lay it out on the table. Let's just figure it out as a unit, okay? So big shout out to everybody that's in here right now. Don't forget to hit that like button and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to do, y'all, is go ahead and pull up what we've seen thus far on social media when it comes to like the promo. So let's get into the promo kit. So here I have the official Instagram for Raising Kanan Stars. Okay. We love to see it. And then we're going to basically do a breakdown of all of the clips that we see. Feel free to call in and let me know your humble opinions as I give mine as well. All right. So as far as the clips that were highlighted, we're going to talk about these top right here. Okay. So here's the official flyer. Okay. Raising Kanan. Let's get into it real quick. Official flyer. All right. So in the official flyer, what do we see? Of course, we still see Snaps and Pops, Snap, Crackle, Pop right here. Now, what do we notice about Snap, Crackle, Pops? Why Snaps looking at Pops like that? Why Snaps looking at Pops like that? Is Snaps about to pop? I don't know. Because we have to remember, when it comes to these series, only the strong survive. How many are they going to survive? How many of them going to end up in jail? How many of them going to turn against each other? How many of them going to go on the run, go missing, pull a cane, let's see. Now, Snap and Pop, I feel like they're both going to end up getting off the map, but the question is how. Honestly, the look in her eyes as she's looking down at her man look less than loving. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, because I feel like something fishy is going on here. Okay, let me know if you disagree. Let me know if you agree. Now, we already know Kanan think he the man going against his mother. Okay, so we're going to see what's going on with him. Now, let's make our way through. We already know big man things right here. He is back from the dead. Okay, Unique is back in the building, okay? Now, when it comes to Unique, you already know he had to get that gash in his face fixed. Remember, we were able to find out that he was still alive because he was standing over his own brother's body after his brother got whacked. Okay. Boom, bop, beam, boom, boom, bop, bammed. Okay. So we're going to see what's going on with Unique. It looks like he's going to at least last a good while because look, his scar on his face even healed right here, which means, listen, Unique about to be that man. But how is he going to portray himself in this series? We're going to find out. Is he going to be moving the same way? We're going to find out. Because remember, his brother was kind of sort of trying to taint the relationships that he had on the board. And he was trying to be like, oh, you can't rely on my brother, so come team up with me. Kind of sort of trying to take him off the map and take up all his, money scheme and situations or whatever the case may be. But we're going to see how that plays out, okay? Now, over here, we got the fam, okay? Look at the look in Sis's eyes real quick. Look at Jukebox. Jukebox got that look in her eye as if she been crying, okay? My theory is Jukebox in this season catches her first body. Okay, because she got that glare in her eyes. She got that look as if she did something that she not necessarily regrets, but is like numb to the pain and is trying to move on and is trying to move past it. So I feel like this is the season where she goes to the army to kind of sort of get away from whatever it is that she does. Okay, let me know what you think about it. Marvin is back, baby. Marvin is finally over the mourning of his girlfriend that passed, his baby mama that passed. Everybody just listen. It's time for Marvin. Marvin is still here, okay? Marvin is that one. Marvin is my favorite sibling out of the three of them. I'm not going to hold you. Now, because of the fact that this is his only child, his one daughter, I feel like, personally, I would hope 50 Cent, though, take Marvin out. And I would love for it to be a circumstance in which Marvin kind of sort of tries to shield his daughter from whatever situation she kind of sort of gets her in that makes her end up going to the army in the first place. And maybe he takes the rap for her. My prediction is Marvin might be the one that ends up behind bars by the end of this series. Let me know in the comments what you think about that, okay? Now, this one right here. Little bro in the back. The one that don't want to be in the game no more. The one that wants to own a record deal. The one that ends up in rehab. I don't think he's surviving. The way he's looking down at his sister in this clip right here he still feels some type of way. Baby bro still feels some type of way about everything that they've been through, about how life has ended up. He looks disappointed. He looks sad. He looks like he's not going to make it. Okay? And I don't know if y'all realize, look, Famous is not in the picture at all. I don't think Famous is going to make it through the season. I don't know if it's going to be halfway through the season. I don't know if it's going to be in the finale. All I know is I don't think Famous will make it. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about that. Okay? And then, of course, we got Big Mama. I love me some Big Mama, okay? I don't know what's going on with that because I have another clip. I know a lot of people are saying that they feel like she's going to end up, Big Mama going to end up getting off, but I disagree. And I can show y'all why. Reason being is because of a clip that was taken from the original Power, okay? So in the original Power, 50 Cent, aka Kanan, he ends up visiting his mom. They kind of sort of say it really quickly, but they didn't really like put any emphasis to it or whatever the case may be. But Kanan visited his mom in Power Book 1. Let me see if I can bring up the clip. So it kind of sort of gives me a notion that Raquel might survive. Where she'll be, witness protection, jail, death row, maybe prison. I don't know. It gives prison. It gives prison. Death row, I don't think so. But I don't know how New York is when it comes to nonviolent crimes. I don't think New York is a death row state, now that I think about it. But I feel like because of the fact that they dropped that Easter egg, it's one of those things where either 50 Cent is going to use it or he's not. Now, let me see if I can find this clip real quick. Kanan visits mom, Power Book 1. Let me see if I can find the clip. Let me see if I can find the clip. I seen it on TikTok. Here it is, actually. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. You said Neek is Breeze. Let me see. Okay, so while that's loading, let me know in the comments what your predictions are. Let me know who you think is going to make it. Let me know who you think is not going to make it. Let me know whether or not you feel like Raquel is going to survive. Let me know who out of the 3 siblings between Rock and her 2 brothers is going to make it. Okay? Hold on. All right, I found the clip, y'all. I found the clip. This is the clip I was talking about.
Shit, right?
Damn straight. But listen, I gotta get going. Make a few stops and shit. I just went to go see my mom. Came straight here.
All right, man. Stay in touch.
All right.
Shit,
Play it
right?
again.
Damn straight. But listen, I gotta get going. Make a few stops and shit. I just went to go see my mom. Came straight here.
All right, man. Stay in touch.
Now, I don't know if y'all remember this, but this is basically a clip from Power Book 1. Okay. Around a little after Kanan had just came back from out doing a 10-year bid or whatever the case may be. Remember, he got off early. We never found out why he got off early, but we just know he got out early. Ghost had no idea he was coming out, right? And Tommy was trying to convince him that he was good. Okay. So he letting him in the game just little by little, whatever the case may be. And pause it right here. And basically from here, it's one of those situations where he's kind of sort of trying to build trust by telling him partial of the truth, but not the whole truth and nothing but the truth, because Kanan felt like it was Ghost that got him in, Ghost and Tasha that got him in jail in the first place. And he's telling him what's going on, trying to kind of sort of be transparent and saying, I just came to visit my mom's. Now, like I said, I feel like she could either maybe be in jail. Reason why I put witness protection on the table is because, remember, she has this situation that's going on with those police officers that's kind of sort of blackmailing her into a situation when it comes to the plaza that she just purchased. Okay. Now, the third thing could be that he went to go visit her gravesite. Let me know in the comments what you think it is. Okay. Y'all can feel free to call in too. Feel free to call in. Feel free to call in. Feel free to call in. I put the link up top in the comments, y'all, if y'all want to come and chat it up with me and let me know your opinion on it. Stephen Wells said Lulu is gone. Rock tell on Marvin again. He goes to prison. So you feel like Marvin's going to prison and she goes to witness protection. Famous gets knocked. Okay. Neek and Kanan link up and take over. Okay. We got some theories. Now, I do feel like Lulu is gone because it's one of those things where he's kind of sort of dead weight in the franchise at this point in time. You're not trying to be in the gang. You keep getting your family in situations. They done had to throw you in the back of the van, make us think that they about to off you, but instead you end up in rehab. The only part, all right, before we get too deep, let's watch the preview real quick. Let's get into the previews before we go down this rabbit hole, okay? All right.
It's a rare condition this day and age
I'm hollering.
to read any good news on the newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say, is even harder to find.
First of all, who made this?
It's the bigger love of the family.
Somebody at Star's headquarters is bored, okay? Somebody at Star's headquarters is bored. I'm sorry, YouTube. I didn't know that had music in it.
Southside, we live. Season 4 trailer, Raising Kanan is here. Trust us, we got that work.
You gotta understand, Kanan, that how people see you now is how they're gonna see you forever.
How you want people to see you, Kanan?
I want them to see me as me, not who my mother is.
Gotta be real careful, Kanan. They get to where they are without dropping a whole lot of bodies behind.
Oh, like how you got to where you are?
I work with your mother, kid, not you.
It seems like those of us in business with you are now being attacked.
One thing not to be able to trust my son. I can almost live with that. Yeah, but I have to be able to trust my business partners.
King and Chief probably had a big beef. Because of that, now I quit my teeth.
What we do, it's all about who you know.
Hands close, it's all about money.
This bitch think I'm dead.
I'm getting mine. Here I am, turning it over.
I ain't never been more fucking alive.
I want to make some real loot. Get me some information.
Oh, kid. Thank your lucky stars you got a mother who loves you.
Beware of the hand when it's coming from the left. I ain't tripping. Just watch it step.
If you want people to see you as you, you gotta let them know who you are. Famous last words.
Listen, a lot to uncover, okay? A lot to unpack, a lot to uncover, a lot to unpack. First and foremost, big shout out to 50 Cent. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You did your big one, okay? So that being said, let me see. Steven said, don't be surprised that sympathy pops up with a huge plot twist. Listen, everything's on the table, okay? Everything is on the table. At this point in time, you never know what's going to happen. What is not? At this point in time, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. For some reason, my thing's not doing what it's supposed to do. But it's one of those things where it could go any direction. So there's a couple parts of the thing that I noticed. A couple parts of the trailer that I noticed. One, Rock is crying. This is the first time in the entire series that we find Rock in a position where she is in tears. Okay? That means something serious is going to happen. Now, the only way that I can see Rock crying is if it involves her family. So now the question is, who in her family is going to get something bad happening to them? Now, it's either going to be Lou or Marvin. Why? Because we know that Kane is going to survive this whole series because he's going to end up in, Power Book 1 or whatever the case may be. So it's one of those things where how is this going to partake? How is this going to take place in order for it all to kind of sort of come together? That's the immediate question. How is this going to all flow in a sense in which we could be put in a circumstance where one of the two brothers get whacked, okay, in order for Rock to be upset in the first place. Okay? What if sympathy is Breeze? Feels like he's living a double life. Remember, he put Rock on game with the towers and its infrastructure. Very true. He did put her on game. Okay. But remember, it's one of those things where, to me, I'm kind of sort of iffy about this too, because remember, Rock is low-key kind of trying to get out of the game. She's pulling a ghost in a sense where she bought like those property in order for her to get herself some legit money. Remember, she bought her house outside of the hood to get away from the fast life, even though everybody seems to know her address all of a sudden. But I feel like there's so many different like moving parts, moving pieces when it comes to this. I don't know. It's kind of hard to place what's going to happen when it comes in the midst of everything. And I'm still curious about the fate of Unique.
Early. Give me the keys to one of them rides, man.
Just where the fuck you think you're going?
I gotta let Vanessa and Jerome know I'm alive.
Doc says you in the danger zone. Need to stay your ass in bed.
I'm paying you to do what the fuck I tell you to do, nigga.
You ain't paid me shit, boy. I'm still waiting on my fucking money.
The day, why you cursing so loud?
This fool won't get behind the wheel. Can't even walk across my damn kitchen.
Why don't you just call him?
Clown ass motherfucker, man.
All right, so that person is who Unique is paying to make sure that, to kind of sort of help him in this circumstance. Pernessa, of course, is his baby mama. So he's trying to put her up on game that he's alive or whatever the case may be. But is he going to end up telling them? I don't know. Because we also know that in the previews, he says that everybody thinks I'm dead, but I've never been more alive. Did he mean his ops thinks that he's dead, or did he mean literally everybody? To make more. Let's see. What does this clip do? Oh, it's literally just him shaking his head.
When he wakes up, he could be different than who he was before.
I'm back, and I'm gonna burn down everything.
Could be trouble. Could be an opportunity.
You can't be dropping bodies.
Keep your pistols in your pockets.
I wanna look like I never left.
He about to get it back in blood, baby. He about to get it back in blood. He said that he finna come and shake the table, okay? So it's giving he about to be outside. This video has no sound. Oh, look. Remember, Rock got to pay these dudes off. So Kanan is witnessing it. So he probably think that his mama is snitch, when the situation is his mama is being blackmailed. So it's probably after this moment that he's just like, F Rock. We're seeing it blatantly right before our eyes, y'all. Y'all, if anybody wants to call in, feel free to call in. The link is at the top of the page. Call in. Let me know how you feel about these previews, these clips, these episodes. He said, I ain't never been more effing alive. That man said what he said. But I definitely feel like Lulu's going to be gone. Remember, this is the clip that we ended with at the end of the other season or whatever the case may be. Here go Kanan Daddy. Okay. Here go his brother. And here he go, last man standing. Literally. I'm convinced that Neek is Breeze, though all of the other theories. A lot of people are saying that Neek is Breeze. It makes sense in some senses. It does. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you. Let me see if I can flip starting from the bottom and work the way up.
Before you can figure out where you're going, you gotta look back at where you've been. There's things that happen that seem like they didn't mean nothing at the time. But then you realize they mean everything.
Okay, this is the clip that I had first seen. This clip came out last September. This clip, you'll notice that Jukebox has a gun in her hand. That's why I mentioned earlier that I feel like Jukebox is going to catch her first body in this series. Why? Because remember, on the regular Power, Jukebox ends up going to the Army. We need to figure out why she goes to the Army, which we already knew she was thinking about going to the Army because she feel like ain't nothing left for her. Her girlfriend got unalived by way of the bad snow that she took out of her bag or whatever the case may be. So she was just trying to find a way out. All right. But now she might have a bigger situation that happens that might require her to go to the Army or whatever the case may be. Now, how she becomes a crooked cop in Power, I have no idea. And then we already see that her and Kanan have that love-hate relationship. So it kind of sort of makes sense for him to do her the way he do her by the time we get there in Power. But even before we get into that rabbit hole or whatever the case may be, it's one of those things where I personally feel like she gonna catch her first body. And Marvin might be the one to like maybe take the rap for it, and maybe Marvin is going to end up in jail. That's my personal theory. Okay.
A night, 10 years in the making. Save the day.
Okay. I do feel like Neek gonna kill Paul and take over his apartment and his woman and send away for their protection. You think so? You think Neek finna? I mean, the doctor did say he gonna wake up a different person. The doctor did say that he's gonna wake up a different person. The doctor basically said, you know, this person that he is, the unique that y'all thought y'all knew is not the unique that's before y'all. He done had head trauma, concussion, you know, a lot of moving pieces when it comes to the trauma that he went through after his brother tried to take him out. Like, shoot, he had all of us thinking that he was dead. So it's one of those situations where it's just like, damn, how far will he go? What is he willing to do? He's already like seen the end of his life flash before his eyes. You get what I'm saying? So now, what's next for him? What's next for him? I guess we kind of sort of just got to wait and see. We kind of got to wait and see. Okay? I don't know. D-Wiz brother gonna kill Lulu. You know what's crazy? I just told somebody today that I feel like it might be what you call it to take out Lulu. Jukebox. Think about it. Jukebox is I'm trying to tie it in with the first season, y'all. I'm trying to tie it in with the first season. Remember the first book 1, Power book 1. We know that Jukebox ends up being a crooked cop. Now the question is, how does she become a crooked cop? Okay, y'all get where I'm going with that? So it's one of those things where I want it to kind of sort of add up, but I might be overthinking it. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Let me know if y'all think I'm overthinking it. You know? But I feel like it's one of those things, in my opinion, that it kind of sort of makes sense. But let me know how y'all feel about it. We seen this one.
Here's my rock.
You better be willing to pull that trigger.
Beast with the bar.
You've got a deal or we don't.
Dope in the pot.
I'm gonna miss you, right?
You be alright.
She is my rock.
You don't see nothing, and you ain't saying nothing.
She is my rock.
You can't miss.
They keep having music that I'm not supposed to be playing.
She is my rock. She is my rock.
You better be.
It's crazy that she British, bro. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot more than what meets the eye. Okay, hold on. Let's look at these clips real quick. These are clips from January. Okay, so it looks like here, Kanan is making some sort of play, and his mom is in on it. And when I say his mom is in on it, meaning you see this whole time she's kind of sort of against him doing anything that's remotely close to him being in the game. But here, it seemed like she's okay with whatever is going down. Kanan's going to kill at least 2 seasons. And I feel like Pops might be one of them. I personally feel like Pops might be one of them. I feel like the Snaps and Pops situation, them trying to take him under his wing, I feel like he's going to flip on them some way, somehow. And either Snaps or Pops. He's going to get snap, crackle, popped. What else we got? We got this, the siblings back together. Let me find out he not back in. Respectfully. I'm sorry, I'm Team Marvin. Every time I see baby bro, I think about how they had to drag his butt to rehab. And it's just like, sir. But it seems like there's something that's going to happen that's going to cause the Three Musketeers to kind of sort of, I think Neek gonna kill Stefano. I won't be surprised if Neek is the one that that whacks Stefano. I don't think Kanan got big enough draws to do that yet. It's crazy because, in my opinion, I feel like Kanan's growth is so stunted when it comes to him learning the game. It kind of feels like Tariq. I just said that to somebody earlier, that it feels like Tariq and shoot, it felt like Tariq is more of a Kanan son than Ghost son. Because how are we going to season 4 and you still don't know how to act? Same thing happened with Tariq. Man, I don't know. How is this going to play out? How is this going to play out? But it looked like the Three Musketeers are going to be back together, okay? Now, in this clip, we've seen this clip before. This, I feel like, isn't this the girl that's preggers by Kane? Is that the girl that's pregnant by Kanan? So this is going to be the baby moms that's going to give birth to the one that we see in Power Book 1, right? Now, what they're looking at, I have no idea. They look like, shoot, they might be looking at, I don't know. Famous's last performance, because I feel like Famous not going to make it through this season. I do feel like Marvin will take the fall for the family in season 5. That is the same thing I said, but the question is, will there be a season 5? They're not advertising this as the final season, but then at the same token, we know that 50 Cent is right now going to a circumstance with Stars where they're kind of sort of getting a divorce. So this is probably the last season of anything that he's going to do on Stars. So now the question is he going to be done with Raising Kanan after this season? Or is he going to make this the final season? Or is he going to build his own network or join another network and throw season 5 of Raising Kanan there? Didn't he off his daughter in book 1? Who offed his daughter? You mean his son? Kanan offed his son in book 1. He didn't have a daughter. He had a son. And this is the one that ain't this the one that just said that she was preggers? That's what I'm saying. I feel like if that is the one that said that she was preggers, and that's the baby, that same baby mama that was with him in Power, book 1. You gonna snatch Crystal? I heard they already almost done filming season 5. Ooh, Juke gonna snatch Crystal? I heard they almost done filming season 5. Oh, you think they're gonna hit us with a double whammy? That would make sense. Okay, so I thought about this. Remember, 50 Cent, like I said before, is feuding with Stars, which means this is probably going to be the last show that we're going to see by 50 Cent on Stars. Is he finished with the series altogether? Of course not, because he still owes us Power Origins. We still got to see the beginning of Ghost, the beginning of Tommy, Kanan go to jail, the building of the situation with Truth, him meeting Tasha, his love affair with Angie before she went to that other school. We still got to see all of that, right? But then at the same token, Steven, if you're right, then maybe that's the body that Juke has to catch in order for her to have to go missing and go to the army. Juke is going to the army. Question is, when? Okay, what's going to happen in order for her to go there in the first place? So if you right, she's going to snatch Crystal. And that's what it's going to be. Yeah, he had a son. I don't remember what his name was, but that's that little dude that was driving Ghost around that Tasha ends up smashing. We already know, badass. This one, hello. This one, probably get... Who y'all think he giving his money to? I feel like it's probably Kanan ass. Because, you know, Kanan is trying to put in work. He's trying to prove himself. He's trying to be better than his mom. In that clip that we saw earlier, we saw that he saw his mom giving money to the police. So he probably in his head, I seen the clip say, I don't even play rock, paper, scissors no more because F rock. So it's giving, he's trying to create his own ways and forge his own path. So I feel like he probably giving this money to Kanan. This man locked up. Can we zoom in more? He got a badge number. Okay, all of that good stuff. Is that a picture? Why that look like a picture of Ghost? Oh, wait, no. That actually looks like a police officer. I see it now. He walking by, whatever the case may be. But yes, this man is locked up. We're going to see what's going on with this. And then this is the dude that Unique had to seek refuge with after he came back from his unaliving situation or whatever the case may be. So we're going to see how this goes. We're going to see how this goes.
And you are?
Marvin Thomas. Ding dong. Then that's me then. Open and aggressive.
Who are you?
Don't let me stop y'all. Just act like I ain't here. Ain't like those fucking fish legs.
Hey, thanks, Marvin. Fucking fish don't got no legs. That's funny fish.
Legs, eggs, same shit. This ain't fucking Irate or Viet Cong.
Kuwait or Vietnam?
There too. Whatever you're doing, what I do, you most likely doing shit wrong.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. I got this funky Corona. It doesn't respond well to constructive criticism. So you want me to try destructive criticism?
I call shots while your stepping fetched ass run errands, my pew-pew.
You call those shots, did you? You know whose kid that is?
Yeah, I know who pew.
Openly and aggressive, that's me.
And you are?
Marvin.
Steven, you just blew my mind. Lulu being Ghost Daddy? Okay, so I'm trying to remember. Do you remember whether or not Lulu and Ghost like were tight like that? I'm trying to remember. I feel like he said that his dad was like not necessarily deadbeat, but he kind of sort of painted his father to be like a not so good guy. I just don't remember like the details of it. What did Ghost used to say about his dad? Let me see if I can find a clip. Ghost talking about his dad on Power, book 1. Somebody else has a theory, Steven, that said, asked, did Kanan kill Bree? Did Kanan off? Did Kanan and Breeze off Ghost's father? Like an unsolved power mystery. That's crazy. Okay, so let me see this. Power Universe Wikipedia. Okay. Let's look at this real quick. All right. James St. Patrick. Blase, blase. I want to know about biography. There we go. Born in Queens, New York, raised by his father who had his own club, which is inspired James of wanting his own club. James was particularly close to his uncle Gabe. We don't have a Gabe, do we? Ain't nobody with the name Gabe in here. At some point, James stopped a couple of thugs from beating up Toby Egan, who was picked on due to his standout race, and the two became close friends, sticking up for each other, blah, 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 blah. James' father was snatched by drug dealers, who he attempted to report to the cops for harassment. As a result, James left his old home and moved in with Tommy. Well, no, Stephen, I understand what you're saying, but that wouldn't add up either. Only reason why is because if Lou had a child, Lou's child would be around a little younger than Kanan, and Lou ain't got no kids. Dang, that was a great rabbit hole to go down. That would have been an excellent rabbit hole to go down. That would have been an excellent rabbit hole to go down. But honestly, I understand the theory. I see which direction you were going in with the theory. But I don't think it falls flat because of the age difference. Because how much older is Kanan to Ghost? I mean, he probably had a son, but not knowing. I mean, they could alter the storyline and make it interesting. True. He could, end up being a daddy by way of a girl trying to pin, I don't know. I wish, what I wish would have happened is if 50 Cent had like multiple girls coming in and out of the studio back when he had that studio thing jumping or whatever the case may be, because then we could have painted the storyline like, oh, Lou was hoeing, he was just slanging dang-lang all over the place, and then this season come out with a girl saying, I had a baby. That would have made sense too. I think goes off his father, to be honest. It's quite possible. But back to this, with the Wikipedia page say, or whatever the case may be. So,
'Cause
Let me see. James' father was off by drug dealers who he attempted to report to the cops for harassment. As a result, James left his old home and moved in with Tommy. However, this was still not good enough because they struggled to survive in the streets, ultimately causing him and Tommy to start hustling in the corner with Kane and Breeze. Okay, for Kanan and Breeze. So Kanan and Breeze are going to off whoever Ghost's father is. But it says here that Jay's father was off by drug dealers who was he attempted to report to the cops for harassment. So Kanan and Breeze may either witness or be a part of some sort of harassment of his daddy, and maybe they are the ones that end up offing him, which maybe leads to Ghost moving in with Tommy. The universes are starting to collide just a little bit. So now the question is, who is Ghost Daddy and when does he come into play? Have we met him already, or is he still? Because you see how it says basically that he was about to go to the cops for harassment, which means whoever Ghost Daddy is, he's not, it doesn't sound like he's a street dude like that. He owned a club, for God's sakes. So have we been introduced to anybody that owns clubs? No. So that's where I'm kind of sort of like, you hear what I'm saying? And then from there, it's kind of sort of one of those things where, however, this was still not good enough, blah, 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 ultimately causing him and Tommy to start hustling for Kanan Breeze in Southside Jamaica, Queens. He was soon given the nickname Ghost by Breeze as he became so professional and son that he vanished before the police could spot him. He met Angela Valdez, blase, 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 blase. Breeze ends up getting off. Okay, let's see what this is talking about. While hustling in the streets, he worked under Breeze, who was a strong street leader, but wasn't too smart. His decisions often put Kanan, Tommy, and Ghost in danger. Okay, so Breeze was not as useful to their operation, okay? While still in high school, Ghost came up with a plan to snatch Breeze. Okay? So now Ghost and Kanan snuck into Breeze's apartment. Now, pay attention, y'all. Nothing in this circumstance is talking about Famous. I would like to point that out, which means Famous is a non-motherfucking factor in this season. I won't be surprised if Famous gets taken out in the first episode of the next season. Famous has zero to do with this episode. Zero. Y'all, feel free to call in. Like I said before, feel free to call in. I put the link at the bottom. Feel free to click that thing. So that y'all can jump right in and join the discussion. Feel free to hop on the mic if you'd like. All right? So that being said, I feel like it's one of those things where, like, we got to figure out where this ties together, okay? So Ghost came up with the plan to snatch Breeze. Ghost and Kanan snuck into Breeze's apartment while he was watching Jeopardy. Ghost offered Breeze a chance to join his plan, but was rejected. Ghost offered Breeze a chance to join his plan, but he rejected. With no choice, Ghost takes out Breeze in the back of the head before he could reject while he was distracted with television. With Breeze off, Kanan becomes the boss while Ghost and Tommy work the corners for him. All right, so it's giving Ghost did the dirty work for Kanan to still be on top. No shade, okay? So it's still one of those things where when it comes to the Raising Kanan, timeline, as far as how everything's going to start to overlap, Ghost's dad. Okay, so we know what's the age difference between Ghost and Kanan? That's what we first need to figure out. Because I love the theory that you said as far as Lulu being Ghost Daddy. But it's one of those things where what's the age difference? Ghosts. Hold on. How old is Kanan in Power? In the prequel, Raising Kanan, Kanan Stark is 15 years old in the early 90s. Okay. So he's making his first moves as a 15-year-old or whatever the case may be. Now, he was which means he was about 39 to 40 years old on Power, right? So now, 39 to 40. How old is Ghost in Power? Okay. So Ghost is about 40 years old, which means Ghost and Kanan are, hold on, no. Ghost is typically portrayed as being around 35 years old during the first few seasons of the show, with his age increasingly slightly throughout the series, making him around 36, 37 in later seasons. Okay, so 36, 37, with Kanan being about 40, which means Ghost is just a little bit off in age from Kanan. Question is, how Ghost speak other languages fluently, perhaps his mom and dad or other ethnicity? No, because remember his relationship with Angie. He said Angie taught him Spanish. That we know for sure. Him being in love with Angie and them being high school sweethearts or whatever the case may be. Before she went out to choke, she taught him Spanish. They mentioned that in the first season of Power. So now the question is, okay, how does this all play out when it comes to the upcoming season? Okay, what's going to happen? Who's going to survive? Is there going to be another season after that? What's going on? Okay, because we already know that they're going to be back March 7th. It's now a time for us to kind of sort of piece everything together. So you said that who might be Breeze, or what you call it might be Breeze? All right, I have a question, y'all. We know that Kanan takes out his own daddy, right? Do you think Kanan ends up taking out Rock too? Do we think that Kanan has the balls to take out Rock? Do we think that Kanan has the cojones to take out Rock? Because I'm still stuck on the fact that he does mention that he went to go see his mom, and I want to say it was season 3 of Power that Kanan came on the scene. So he mentioned that he went to go see his mom, but he said he went to go see his mom. He didn't say I went to go visit my mom or whatever the case may be. Ghost and Tommy didn't even question it. They didn't say like, oh, how was she doing, by the way, or anything like that. So it's one of those things where they didn't say, tell her I said hi. You know what I'm saying? So it could easily have been them trying to do the dang position where it seems like she's alive, but she's not. He was really visiting and dropping off flowers at a gravesite. You know what I'm saying? So will Raquel make it through all the way? It's hard to tell at this point in time. It really is very, very hard to tell. I definitely feel like we gotta get introduced to what you call it soon. Breeze. So hopefully soon Breeze is gonna go in a situation. We know Breeze is not famous. which means Famous, you gonna get dropped off because Kanan. Honestly, I feel like this whole thing would have made more sense if Famous never existed and Famous's character was actually Breeze. Then all of this would have made sense. But now it's like they wasting time with character development for Famous, and he's not even gonna make it. And he's a non-factor when it comes to the tying the universes together. I don't know. I didn't understand that, but it is what it is. So, shoot, not Breeze. Famous might get taken out by what you call it? By Kanan. Okay, Rock, Kanan, Neek, Juke, Marvin. But I do think Kanan will set up Rock to get her out the way. I believe that too. Neek applying pressure to Kanan like, you owe me. You know, it'd be crazy if Kanan sets up Rock. Rock ends up going down. She goes to jail. And you know how it be. Once they find you behind bars and your enemy finds out you behind bars, they'll start paying people off just to attack you, whatever the case may be. What if she ends up getting offed in prison? What if she doesn't even make it to trial type ish? Like she gets offed on like her first week type ish. I don't know. Famous too weak of an actor. I agree 1,000,000%. Like his character should not have existed. I feel like it's low-key a waste of space. So it's one of those things where they should have like scrapped that all together and never made him a situation and been Breeze. Or maybe he could have started off friends with a nigga named Famous, and then either Famous gets off or Famous ends up getting Famous, and then he gets introduced to a character named Breeze somehow, and then we know who Breeze is. I don't know. I feel like not seeing Breeze yet is kind of irking me a little bit. But wait, I just thought about something. In Power Book 1, Kanan kept emphasizing the fact that Ghost off Breeze. But what I just read basically said that Kanan knew, right? Ghost took out Breeze in the back of the head, blase, blase, and Kanan becomes a boss to Ghost, and Tommy worked the corners for him. But even here, while hustling in the street, he works under Breeze, who was a strong street leader but wasn't too smart. His decisions often put Kanan, Tommy, and Ghost in danger. So I feel like it's one of those things where Kanan was cool with working with Breeze despite his shortcomings, but Ghost was just like, hell nah, and he offed him. Okay, so that makes sense. Because let's go into a Breeze situation real quick. So this is the quote that was said on Power. The episode was called Exactly How We Planned. Ghost said, I love Breeze. He was a brother to me. He was family to me, but he got in my way, son, okay? So I had to get rid of him. But I gave him one last chance, though. I asked him to change his mind, and he forced my hand. Which is exactly what we just said. When are we going to get that Juke and Kanan fight with that scar on Kanan from Juke? Yes, they got to argue. Because even when they introduced them on Power, they kind of sort of introduced them in a way that is just like frenemies, kind of. Like, it's this tension, but we still fam. In the club, we all fam type of energy. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. Question is, when we gonna see that? When are we gonna see that take place? It's good. Writing Breeze has been in our face the whole time. Nick was giving us hints throughout the series. But who is Breeze? So you think Breeze is in our face right now and that we're not going to get introduced to him, that he's actually like in the series like right now? But who? Neek ain't Breeze. I personally don't think Neek is Breeze. You know, so it's like, who is he? I don't know. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Let me see. So let's see what they say about Breeze. All right. So it says Breeze was a former candy kingpin from Jamaica neighborhood in Queens. He served as the second mentor and partner to Kanan Stark, as well as Kanan's corner boys, Tommy Egan, and Ghost. At some point, Breeze had control over the south side of Queens, while he took in Kanan under his wing in 1993, with him later becoming the second in command before the event of power. Okay? We haven't gotten to this part yet, because right now, Kanan is still trying to undermine his mama's authority or whatever, however you want to put it. So we haven't gotten to anything that is being said at this point in time. Okay. So question is, when is it going to take place? When are we going to get that switch? It's kind of hard to tell. Kind of hard to tell. They're not really, and that's the issue that I'm having. It's hard to kind of sort of make full-blown predictions when we're only getting like a little piece of it, you know? We're only getting like a little of this, a little of that. Right, was the warning Neek is the storm. What you mean? Plus Neek wearing black like Tommy and Ghost and Kanan when they do hits. I mean, I feel like anybody would wear black doing a hit. You know what I'm saying? That I feel like is just the hood mentality. That I feel like is just a hood mentality. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to kind of sort of figure that out. It's hard. What else? Young ambitious Ghost had approached Breeze about a venture, but once refused. Okay, so all of this that I'm reading right now is kind of sort of a power origin situation. It's not really touching upon what we're going to get for this last part of Raising Kanan. It's not giving what we about to get for Raising Kanan. Because Breeze hasn't been introduced yet, neither has the young Ghost or anything. We still trying to figure out whether or not Kanan gonna get the Kanan. I'm so frustrated with this series a little bit because it's one of those things where like this could be the best series they got as far as getting into the origin of Ghost, Tommy, Kanan, Breeze, and that whole dynamic or whatever the case may be. But they're taking too long to kind of get Kanan into a better position as, you know, the man that he portrays himself to be in the upcoming series or whatever the case may be. And it's kind of sort of like When is that going to happen? Because I want to get to this, but we're not here yet. Let me see what they say about Kanan, actually. Everybody's talking about reasons you can't get Kanan, he can't had a scene not once. Oh, Steven! Yes. Yes. Steven, I picked up what you put down. I picked up what you put down. Because if you think about it, what you call it? Unique wants everyone to think he's dead. So now, Unique is dead and Breeze is born. Who? Unique is Breeze. Unique is dead and Breeze is born. Reincarnated. I'm a stargazing. Listen. We figured it out. We figured it out. Unique is 100% Breeze. Has to be. Has to be. Based off that quote and that quote alone, Unique said, everyone thinks I'm dead, but I've never been more alive. Which means Unique is going to be this business partner that's going to end up working with Kanan. And he's probably going to operate like a ghost. Because Kanan will be in the front line and Unique will kind of sort of be on the back end, even though they'll still be business partners. Kind of like a Ghost and Tommy situation where Tommy was doing all the dirty work and Ghost was kind of sort of playing the backfield or whatever the case may be. So it makes sense 100% for Breeze, for Unique to be Breeze. I'm here for it. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. What y'all think? Do y'all agree with it? Y'all effing with it? Are y'all effing with it is the question. I think that you're 100% correct. Remember, Nick said my name doesn't hold no weight no more. He has to change his approach and name. Yes. 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 I think we finally got to the bottom of it. And I'm here for it. Yes. Unique is Breeze. That is the biggest theory that we have come up with. And I feel like we kind of sort of are placing it together. So this series, Unique is going to kind of sort of, I guess, get his face stitched up, go to this like little rehab situation. In the scene that we seen that he wants to get in contact with his baby mama. Does he ever get in big contact with his baby mama? Probably not. He wants to, but he probably doesn't. Why? Because his new mission is to resurrect who he is. So maybe he kind of sort of sets up a situation where it seems like Unique actually has been offed, that his brother successfully took him out. And in order for him to get his feet wet back in the game, it's Unique that introduced himself to Kanan as Breeze. So now in this season, we're going to see the fast forward of Kanan learning the game through Breeze. Bam. 100% makes sense. Exactly. Woo! We got it. 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 We done put it together. We done put it together. So, hold on. So the same way that Slim was Kanan, okay? The same way that Slim was Kanan, Breeze is Unique. Unique? And that's how it lines up. So in this series, okay, that's how it lines up. In this series, that's how it lines up, which means Unique is going to be Breeze. Kanan and Breeze are going to become business partners. His mom, they're still good, right? Are they still good? They didn't fall out, did they? Because remember, they were sneaky links at one point in time. I don't think they fell off. I don't think they fell off. So they might still be a situation. If they are, or if they aren't, let me know. But it's giving they gonna have a secret situation. I'm telling you, this is exactly why Kanan saw so much of himself inside Tariq. All the way to the point where Tariq ended up trying to get Kanan put back in jail in order for him to make sure that his mom was set up by putting that piece in the back of the car or whatever so that the police could take him. And he ended up fighting that whole situation, and then he ended up passing or whatever the case may be. Parallels. To manipulate Tariq, and Neek gonna manipulate Kanan to get Rock out the way. Exactly. The same way that Kanan, aka Breeze, that Kanan, aka Slim, was able to manipulate Tariq into thinking that Ghost was the enemy. Mm-hmm. Unique's character is going to be one of the most interesting men in the world. He going to be the Dos Equis to this entire situation. Literally. So because of him, this man is going to become who he is. Right? But Ghost ain't going to like this man. Question is, when will Ghost and Tommy get in the situation? We already know that Ghost and Tommy are going to be Ghost's corner boys. I mean, it's going to be Kanan's corner boys. So while Kanan is building his franchise by way of Breeze's mentorship, he gonna need corner boys. So once we get into a circumstance where he's building his corner boys, which I thought was going to be the bicycle boys, but it seems like he's going another route with it. Shit, he might bring the bicycle thing back. You never know. Either or, once Kanan starts getting soldiers, we gonna see Ghost and Tommy. Because Breeze was looking at us dead in the face. You even said it, Steven. You said Breeze was looking at us dead in the face. That's crazy. I'm here for it. I love that theory. And I feel like it makes sense. Let me see if anybody else is talking about it. Is Unique Breeze in Power Book 3? All right, look at what Google AI said. Google AI said, according to fan theories and speculation on the Power Book 3 Raising Kanan community, Unique is believed to be the alter ego of character Breeze, essentially meaning that Unique fakes his unaliving and returns as Breeze. The theory is heavily discussed among fans and supported by clues within the show, particularly in season 3, where Breeze is introduced as a new character with a mysterious background. We done found it. So both characters are played by the same actor, Joey Badass. Some fans believe that Unique's transformation into Breeze is a way for him to reinvent himself and potentially seek revenge. Hello? Okay. Steven, you are in it. Tommy has a number 4 tattoo? Where? We're going to have to look at Tommy's tattoos in a second. The introduction of Breeze in season 3 coincides with plot lines hinting at Unique's possible zest and subsequent reappearance. It all makes sense. Unique gotta be Breeze. Unique gotta be Breeze. We done figured it out, y'all. We done figured it out. We done cracked the code. We done cracked the code. And you think Tommy is already on the scene. So you think that they're already the Bicycle Boys. But the thing about it is, okay, only way that would make sense to me is if Ghost's dad has already been offed. Because remember, the only reason why Ghost and Tommy got as close as he did is because he ended up moving with Tommy and his mom, or whatever the case may be, Kate, after his dad got offed. And that's when they got into trouble, ended up meeting Kanan, then meeting Breeze, then getting into the game. So unless we kind of sort of fast forward into that, then I don't know. I don't know. Unless Ghost and Tommy were already, it's on his wrist. He was talking to Holly about it. Okay, let's get into that. Tommy's 4 tattoo. Power. Book 1. Tommy Egan, a character in Power franchise, has a tattoo that appears to be in Power Book for the Force. What does Tommy's tattoo mean in Power? Tommy Egan tattoo. No, get out of my face.
So who the hell is he?
We suspect there's a new player in town on the organized crime scene. Don't know who he is or where he's from. Car has New York plates, but the registration was fake.
I gave Ghost my word I wouldn't kill you. But I swear to God, you don't get your skinny ass.
Why does it keep telling me to log in? I don't want to log in. Tommy said to represent. Okay, hold on. Continue without login.
Oceanside.
Hold on, go back. What is happening? I'm just trying to look at.
You on Limbrook and Oceanside.
Tommy's tattoo represents his old route for Kanan. OG Power Book 3, Raising Kanan's Book 2, Forced in Origins. Steven! No, I don't want to watch something else. Okay, so the 4.
You on Limbrook and Oceanside.
Limbrook and Oceanside. Walkie-talkie 4. Given to the white boy. That got tapped. He got bandages on his wrist. Where he got the bandages on his wrist from? For fighting for his life. For being white. We done cracked another one. We done cracked another one. Wow. His old route for Kanan. Yes. Yes. So Tommy already getting his money together. More than likely back then, Tommy was trying to get his money together so that he can move out the hood because he tired of getting jumped by black people. All right. So does Ghost have a route too? Is the question. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. There go the tattoo right there. Bam. There go his route, shaped like a 4. Walkie-talkie number 4. What? Okay. What did he say to Holly about it? Let me see. Tommy's 4 tattoo. Explain to Holly. Power. Book 1. What did he say? Bang, Julio. R.I.P. When they snatched that neck piece off him, I was just like, ooh. Complaining about Paul. That makes sense too, because Ghost had an issue with authority figures in that sense, which is how he ends up taking out Breeze. Tommy's tattoo. Tommy explains tattoo to Holly. Let me put it that way. Tommy explains tattoo to Holly. All right, let me see everything that it keeps leading me to TikTok. When does he explain the tattoo? Y'all leading me astray, TikTok. That's it.
What are you gonna do about your nosy security guard thing? For me to get rid of him.
This a long clip.
From your fucking feet. Yeah.
Man, I have to say, like, y'all just gonna let that run? Power creative team? Is that what y'all do? Sly just put that in there?
Wait.
Hey, man,
Wait, he called him the N-word?
What goes? Nigga, I ain't got no connect.
Oh! Well, Tommy called him the N-word there. I guess we'll get into that later. Power, Tommy, and Tasha telling him that Holly was... Yeah, we knew that. Yeah, I don't see the video of him explaining the tattoo or whatever the case may be. I don't know. We running a blank when it comes to that rabbit hole. I wanted to see if I could find a clip, but Tritagonist, antagonist, and power. Annoying guest is more like that. Okay. One day she finds stacks of hidden cash in the kitchen. She realizes he lies to her and avoids him until he becomes honest. However, Tony confronts her about stealing Tasha's earnings. She reveals that she's a thief who likes to take things. Tommy then tells her the truth about him being a drug dealer. Holly later learns that James is Ghost, who's also, and Tommy accidentally told her who his identity is. Accidentally is a stretch. He told her. She is snatched by pink sneakers after learning Tommy's criminal link, telling James who she called Ghost, but she survives. Season 2, Holly is hospitalized but survives. Your company, Tommy buys a dog, naming her Belle, from a pet store and leaves Holly with her. Showed the distaste first, but she later becomes attached to her. One night, James picks Holly up and tells her that she needs to leave New York, break up with Tommy due to him getting distracted by Holly. Blase, blase. When does he tell her about the tattoo? I can't believe she made it all the way to goddamn. How far she made it? He snatched her up in season 3. Yeah, because it was season 3 that she was pregnant. There we go. Yeah, he snatched her up in season 3 after Tommy revealed James saved him from the Koreans. She becomes upset, revealed that she hired them after James and Tariq, which is crazy because Tariq could have got off too. Remember, he put them headphones on. I think Crystal lied about the pregnancy. So you don't think she's the one that gives birth to Kanan's son? We need to get to that. Where is Kanan's son? Tommy Egan. Go to biography. Let's go to Kanan. Go to biography. Father was DEF CON, so he thought. Later revealed his biological father was Malcolm Howard, who he was unaware of the truth as well. Returns to claim from living with family in Virginia. Upon his return, he talks to Jukebox about life in Virginia, starting the simple way. Blase, blase, blase. Aaron the businessman, he and Famous attest to becoming a duffel bag, delivering a duffel bag by Rock. However, they were robbed by Freddie, who held them at gunpoint. Kanan later approached Palomar, mother of his love interest, and supplied him with a thing for protection. Okay, armed with it, go to Freddie's apartment. Homeboy snatched up Freddie, whatever the case may be. I was Famous that took the body. I remember that. What about the B Rilla character? That's another one that is unaccounted for at this point in time. Okay, here we go. At some point, he had a son named Sean Stark. But very soon, Kanan is arrested, put in jail by an anonymous tip who later recognized as James and his wife Sansa St. Patrick. While in prison, Kanan befriended fellow gangster Andre Coleman and later came to respect him for having his back. Okay, so it's giving He gonna have a son. Question is, who the hell is the mama? What was his mother's name? Hold on. Joyce Thomas' grandmother, unnamed great-grandfather. Raquel Thomas was his grandma. Malcolm Howard was his grandfather. Lulu is his uncle, well, great uncle. Marvin, great uncle. Kanan, his dad. Jarita was his mama. Who is Jarita? We haven't been introduced to nobody named Jarita yet. Jarita is what you call it? What you call his mama? Kenan's son's mama. This one, Sean. But who the heck is Jarita? We haven't met her yet. At all. I'm here on the Stars fandom website. Jarita is his mama. Kanan Stark is his daddy. We go to Jarita. Nothing. Which means we haven't been introduced to her. Which means the one that's pregnant right now, she's not going to have a baby. Unless her name is Jarita. What's her name? I don't remember what her name is. That was that one that was in the girl group with Jukebox, ain't it? Hold on. Laverne. Marvin. Family. Jukebox. Laverne Jukebox Thomas. There we go. They got a girl that really looked like her. Okay, and she could sing too. Just like her. Okay. Singer, police officer, gangster. Now the question is, what was the name of the other members of her group? What season was that? 2 or 3? Where's the biography? Again, was also very comfortable with intimate details of herself. Jukebox eventually moved to Washington, D.C., where she became a member of the Metropolitan Police Department in the District of Columbia and National Black Police Association. She became a relationship with Candy and formed her own crew. She's shown to be a loving cousin of Kanan, giving him advice and describing a blah, 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 blah. But then when did she get into that girl group? Members of, what was the name of that girl group? Members of Jukebox Girl Band, girl group. The members of the girl group on Star Show Power Book 2 Reason came out Jukebox, Crystal, and Aisha. Okay. Jukebox, Crystal, and Aisha. Which means Aisha. Yes. Aisha is her name. And since we know Aisha is her name, we know that goddamn that is not the mother, Jarita. We trying to figure out who the hell Jarita is. Because look, okay, they even got the flings right here, okay. Davina Harrison, ex-girlfriend. Who was Davina? Oh, remember he dealt with her? Copy. Kareen, Crystal, Jarita. He dealt with Candy that one night by way of jukebox. And Aisha was the girl that he was dealing with. But Jarita is his baby mother. We have not met Jarita. We have not met Jarita. All right. I had to go down that rabbit hole really quick. But it's still giving, just like Steven said, Crystal may have either lied about the pregnancy or maybe her pH balance was thrown off and her period ain't show up on time. But either or is giving no, as far as, you know, her giving birth to, Jarita's child, aka Kanan's child. So it is what it is. We're gonna have to wait and see. But I'm still on, you know, our original situation, which says that Breeze is unique. We put 2 and 2 together. Breeze gotta be unique. All of the stars are aligning when it comes to that. All of them. So, like I said before, y'all can feel free to call in if y'all have anything else to add. Let me know. If not, I really appreciate everybody for sitting here while we kind of sort of went down the rabbit hole of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, which the new series has a season coming out, okay? It's going to be coming out March 7th. We're going to be here. Y'all, that's a lot of shows we got to watch on Sundays. That's a lot of shows. Okay, so we know if you got stars, Raising Kanan gonna be out first thing in the like a thief in the night, which means we gonna have our watch parties starting Saturday night going into the Sunday, so that we can discuss the episodes. Then later that night we can get into the Zeus of it all, the Now That's TV of it all. But either way, Power is coming back. I'm super excited. I think this is going to be the last time that 50 Cent works with stars because of the a situation that they have going on or whatever the case may be. I'm very confident in everything that we said. I'm very confident. I think that we kind of sort of cracked a lot of it. If any new information comes out or any other trailers come out or any, you know, sneak peeks come out, we can definitely circle back to all of our theories, everything like that. But I definitely feel like we're on to something by saying that Unique is going to reincarnate, come back, and change his whole being and embody a character by the way of Breeze, which means Ghost and Tommy are on the way. I'm glad that we were able to kind of sort of clock Tommy's tattoo. I wish we were able to find out when he was explaining to Holly like the meaning behind it or whatever the case may be. But either or, I feel like it's super dope that we actually have the opportunity to be able to kind of sort of piece it all together or whatever. But I definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all. I don't know if anybody has anything to add. If not, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all, we're going to do our best to be here each and every Sunday, okay? With, of course, the recaps that are going to be on the way when it comes to the episode. Y'all, please do me a favor and make sure that y'all check out some of my other videos. We are on, we are popping, we are doing everything that we got to do, okay, to be outside. Make sure that y'all hit the like button, okay? Hit the like button, all right? Don't forget, feel free to go ahead and show your support with the links below. Don't forget to hit those engagement button, pop those emojis and everything like that. Yeah, I've been meaning to do this live for a very long time, and I'm glad that I had, you know, some time to kind of sort of get that done today. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We are out. Thank you so much for watching PYT TV. Respectfully.
I want to love you. You need some loving.